Hello, I'm Star2D2 and welcome back to my book nook. For this video, we're going to be using tarot cards to pick my June TBR. The whole point of this TBR is I'm going to try to find the most whimsical books that I can. We are going to, the whole theme I want June to be is whimsy. So I found the perfect readathon too to keep me motivated throughout the month to read, and that's a tarot readathon by Deja Reads. I will put the link down below for her video about it in case you want to participate. I chose Team Cups. Basically, I have the tarot cards, and each card has an associated prompt for the readathon. So I'm going to be using those prompts to help me pick the books. So the card, then the prompt, and then the book. That's the order that we're going to be doing these in. I think I'm going to draw 3 for each week of the month. So there'll be 12 books overall, but I'm going to make sure I don't pick all over 500-page fantasy chunkers. I'm going to make sure there's some easier reads in there so I don't get overwhelmed like I did last month and then freeze and not stick to the TBR as well as I could have. So yeah, all right, let's get started. I have the cards here. I don't know how hard this is going to be to do with gloves. I've already shuffled them, so I'll just shuffle them a bit more. They're so big. Oh, that should be the first card since it just jumped out. Look how cute these are too. They're cat tarot cards. They're so cute. Let me move myself. I'm so sorry. Here. Okay, moving myself. Okay, they have been shuffled and one jumped out while I was shuffling them. So we're going to do this one. This is Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. So that's the first one. So they recommend doing like three spreads. So I'm going to pick one from the end of the deck. So one here. Oh, this one is the Empress. Okay, I don't know anything about tarot. Okay, so we got the 3 of Empress. I don't know if that's a suit or what, but we'll figure it out. We'll find the magic prompt for it. And then I'll pick one from the front of the deck. Which one do you guys think? I think maybe this one. Let's do this one. Okay, there we go. And we got, oh my god, that's so cute. The Hanged Man. Okay, I don't know what suit that is. We're gonna have to figure these out. So let me figure out which prompts these are. Oh, look at these. These are so cute. I love these tarot cards. It took me a while before I found a deck that I really liked, but they're so cute. The cats. It made me happy. So, all right, let's find the prompts for these. Okay, so for the Empress card, the matching prompt is, oh, perfect. Read a cozy or comforting book. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, the whimsy is definitely going to be had this month with that first prompt. Okay, then the Hanged Man. This is the Hanged Man. Okay, that prompt is read a book that has mixed media elements or pictures. Ooh, manga. We could just read manga for that. Yeah, that works. Okay, and then for the Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. What is the prompt for that one? 3 Pentacles. Okay, the prompt for this one, 3 of Pentacles, is read a book with an alliance or that follows a group of characters. Okay, that could be a lot of fantasy with found family or romance with found family. So I'm gonna go through and figure out what books match these. I'll be right back. Okay, I have the first 3 books ready to go. So the first one is the Empress, and this was like a cozy book, so I picked the newest release from one of my favorite cozy fantasy authors, and that's from J. Penner. They wrote the Fellowship, like Fellowships of Bigger Magic, Fellowship of Librarians and Dragons. I love those books. They're so sweet and cute, and this is their newest release. It's about this lady wants to be a villain, but she's not doing a very good job of it, so she goes to a small town and she's still trying to be a villain, but then her bodyguard topples over or disappears or something, and then she needs a new one, obviously, and then an orc just so happens to stumble into her yard, so she decides to reanimate the orc, and the orc ends up being a sweet little cinnamon bun that bakes. I guess they fall in love or something's going on, but it's really cute. Death meets cute. Come on, that just sounds adorable. I've been waiting to read this, and it goes perfect with the whimsy I need and want for June. So this was a great start. For the Hanged Man tarot card, I picked a picture with a book with pictures in it. So I picked Witch Hat Atelier Kitchen. This has Kiefer in it, and he's cooking, and there's recipes in here that you can actually make. It's supposed to just be really cozy, and apparently it gives more of the dynamic with Kiefer and Alrogio, which, oh yeah, sign me up for that. Yes. So I finished the whole manga series last month. that so I need more. So I'm excited to get through this one too. I only have this one so far, but if I really like it, I'll continue getting these. I think there's like 4 more in this series. I'm gonna space them out though. So, and then for the 3 of Pentacles, it was to pick a series where, or a book that had an alliance or a group of characters that interacted together. So I went to my romances. I read Twisted Love last month by Anna Huang, so I want to continue that. They're all interconnected romances where either the male main characters know each other or the female main characters know each other. And the first one was, oh my gosh, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I like it. And listen, I'm just a girl, so, and sometimes I just like some vibey romances, and that's exactly what I'm hoping this will be. So we're gonna read the second book in the Twisted series by Anna Huang, Twisted Lies, and hold on, look at that art. Look, oh god, I can't see it all. Hold on, look at how cute she is. And then this is gonna be such a fun couple, I feel like, to read. What is this? You will always be my first, last, and only love. Help, they're so cute. I don't know what the trope is in this one. Actually, what is the trope in this one? Let me look that up, I'm curious. Oh, okay, so the girl is a shy influencer, and then the other guy is a CEO type. These are like billionaire romances pretty much. So it's a fake dating landlord tenant romance. I don't know, it sounds fun. I'm down. I love the I like that trope. Listen, I'm just a girl, okay? I'm just a girl. Anyways, all right, yeah, those are 3 awesome picks. Okay, we're gonna pick the next. We're gonna pick the next 3 tarot cards. You guys want to pick one for me? Here, okay. You think I should pick the middle? I'm thinking that too. I think the middle is great. So we're gonna do that. Oh, we got the Fool. So cute. Oh my gosh, help. Okay, then I'm gonna pick from the back of the deck. We got Wands, 7 of Wands. Oh, he's got a stick. I used to have a cat that played fetch. That's really cute. And every time I say the word fetch, I can't help but think of Mean Girls. And I'm gonna pick, I think, from this one. This one just seems nice. Oh, Page. This one is Page of Wands. Okay, let's look up the prompts for these. Okay, for the Fool, the prompt is a new to you author. For the 7 of Wands, this one is read a book that features a character who's facing a daunting challenge or adversity. God, these are so perfect for fantasy books. And then for the Page of Wands, is that like a number or a suit? What is a page of Wands? What? Page of oh, okay, found it. Okay, so it's part there's like, okay, there's like the suits that go from ace to 10, and then there's page, knight, queen, and king. I don't know anything about tarot. I'm learning about tarot with you guys. And so I got the Page of Wands. So it says read a book you picked up or want to read because of the cover. I have the perfect books for these. Oh, okay. Oh, let me go grab them really quick. All right, I have the books. The first one is for the 7 of Wands. I decided to choose the Rain Shadow Orphans because literally it says, the blurb of this says, also, can we take a moment to appreciate how pretty this is? Look at the cat and the mochi spray dashes. This is so cute. It even goes up the top and the bottom of the book. It's so cute. It says tightly set across 2 days and peopled with unforgettable characters. The Rain Shadow Orphans draws on the charm of anime like Pokemon and the works of Studio Ghibli, as well as the gripping, fast-paced fantasy plots of series such as The Legend of Korra, to explore what it means to stand up to corruption and take charge of destinies. I feel like they're facing a big task in this book, so it's a big epic fantasy plot. So, but this is, I think it's YA, but Samantha Shannon blurbed it, and it's an absolutely gorgeous book. I am so excited to read this. Someone said it was cozy. I don't know how cozy it's gonna be, but I feel like this feels like something that I'm absolutely just going to love, and I'm so excited to read it. I've been dying to read it ever since I heard of the book. So I'm so glad this is on my TBR. For the page of one, I ended up picking up this book, A Tune In for Tomorrow, and I did. I was initially attracted to it just because of the cover, because the retro TV with the dragon under it and all the sparkles and like the retro, it's kind of retro in a way, and the dragon has like a clipboard and a jacket, so I'm thinking like modern day setting with fantasy stuff in it. So then I read the back of the book. It's about this girl. She's kind of a failed actor in New York. She can't get a part, but she does end up getting one in this reality show that kind of nobody really wants to get on, but she just so happened to get on, and come to find out it's a reality show that uses human drama and troubles and stuff to entertain fae. It's a drama show for it says on the back, it's a reality show beyond the veil, human drama performed for the entertainment of the fae. And I have another book from this author too that I'm so excited to read. It says their fantasy is her reality. It just sounds, I don't know, it sounds so unique. It sounds so good. If it sounds like it might be a little funny, maybe cozy, or just messy and dramatic, I don't know. And knowing how fae are, they can be really cruel and mischievous. So I feel like it's such a unique concept too. And I have never heard anyone talking about this. It was just one I found randomly. So I want to give it a try. I hope it's good because I love the concept of it. And I just love this cover. So it makes me really interested to see what's actually in this book. So well done to whoever made the cover and the author. I hope I like this. And then for the Fool card, I ended up choosing a Dark and Wild Wood. For the Fool, it was to choose an author that was new to me, and I think this is a debut book from this author, so she's new to everyone. But I'm really excited to read this. It's like gothic, dark, a Dark and Wild Wood. There's a man, and he's death in a forest, and he has a big house, and he's teaching her how to use her magic. Apparently, like, her sister disappears, her mother was burned, and so she's trying to find her sister. She has magic that she doesn't know how to use, and death comes and is like, hey, so I can teach you how to use that magic. So apparently people said this is more horror than romancy, so I'm so curious about it. So I'm not going in expecting like a crazy romance. I'm expecting kind of dark and twisted happening in here. It's not very long either, so I'm excited to read this. I love books like this. Sign me up. Man in a forest whose death gives me Labyrinth vibes. I've been on a Labyrinth kick here lately, and I love like the dynamic you could have if you had someone who was an adult that ended up in the Labyrinth. I love that dynamic that the Goblin King could have with the actual adults. So I've been trying to look for books that might have that dynamic, and this one might. So yeah, anyway, I hope it's good. Okay, I'm hoping these next draws I can try to pick some horror books. I'm definitely wanting some whimsy, but oh god, no, oh my god, a card just jumped out. We should use that one. Yeah, so next month is summer reading too, so I want to read a whole bunch of horror books as well. So I want whimsy and horror. So, but we got the Queen of Cups for the first one, and for the second one, oh, I'm gonna choose this one since this is like, oh, it's like multiple. This is like sticky. Ace of Swords. Look at the paws. Look at the paws. That's so cute. Okay, and then one more. I'm gonna shuffle it again. Okay, I'm not very good at shuffling this. Also, these would make great bookmarks. Probably not what I should be using them for, but they would make perfect bookmarks. So I'm gonna pick from the top. All right, and the last one we got is the Page of Cups. Oh, my team. I'm Team Cups for the Tarot Readathon. All right, look at this. Got a little fish in the cup. Okay, let's figure out what the prompts are. So for the Page of Cups, the prompt is oh, perfect. Okay, for the Page of Cup, it says read a whimsical or dreamy book. Okay. Not maybe not horror, but it's fine. Okay, for Ace of Swords, the prompt for that one is read a thought-provoking book. Oh, a horror book could definitely fit for that. Okay, and this one, Queen of Cups. Oh, I got two from the same suit. Cups, which is a superior suit because I'm Team Cups. Okay, for the Queen of Cups, it says read a book that you think will move you or make you emotional. Too bad I didn't have Ballad of Falling Dragons for that prompt. Holy crap, that book actually made me cry. Okay, so let me find the books and I'll be back. I got the books. Are you guys ready? So for a thought-provoking book, I decided I would read the new horror anthology by Nat Cassidy. I really liked When the Wolf Comes Home from Nat Cassidy. That was one of my favorite horror books ever. I love that book so much. I need to read more of his books. One of you suggested The Nestlings, which is on my list. I want to read it one day. I just don't have it, but I did end up getting this one just because I do love horror anthologies. I like spreading them out through multiple days or even weeks, like one story a day, because it makes the book last longer. So I love horror anthologies. And something that I really like about horror is that sometimes, yeah, there's like a monster, but sometimes the monster represents something that the protagonist is going through, whether it be like grief or guilt or something like that. The monster is sometimes what's in the mind and not necessarily the actual manifestation of the monster. That's why I really like horror. There's so many different layers. If the author does it right, there's so many different layers and aspects to horror. So, and I think that is something that Nat Cassidy, he can write a really thought-provoking horror. At least he did with When the Wolf Comes Home. So I'm excited to read some more of his short stories. I read Rest Stop and I really like that one. I read it actually in a 24-hour readathon a while back. Yeah, this is going to be a great thought-provoking anthology. Hopefully, if not, it's just going to be fun regardless. So okay, so for the Queen of Cups, it was to read a book that you think will make you emotional and something else. But so I went on emotions, and horror always makes me feel something, whether it be dread or whatever the author is going for. So I did another repeat author, Marcus Cleaver. I chose The Caretaker. I really liked We Used to Live Here last year. That came out. I loved that book, and it did make me feel certain types of emotions after reading it, more so like dread. I was a little sad too. So that's kind of how I felt at the ending of that book, and I think about it quite often. So this one is, I think it's gonna, if it's the same quality as the first book that this author wrote, I think it's definitely gonna make me feel something. This is about this lady, Macy, finds a job posting. It seems a little ominous, but she needs it because she needs to pay her bills, and it's only 3 days work. She's cooped up in a stranger's house surrounded by the Oregon coast wilderness, and it's a little peculiar, it's a little strange, but there might be something more on the property that might be a little evil or scary. So I can't wait to see how this manifests with the main character, the story, and the horror. I can't wait to see what the author does with this, so I'm excited. I've been saving this for Summerween too. So I've been saving this. I saved this so I could vlog reading it, because I wish I would have vlogged the first one because it actually made me scared. But yeah, okay. And the next one is this the most whimsical author that I could think of ever is the third book in the Saints of Steel series. I've been trying to go through these really slowly. I don't want it to end, but luckily I do have a arc for Sword Heart, which is completely separate, another romantic series that's completely separate from the Saints of Steel series. But I got the arc for Dagger Heart, and I want to read it so bad, but I want to save it for a little bit closer for when the book comes out. So this will tide me over until then, and I'm gonna save the last Saints of Steel book for later in the year, or when I need a really good pick-me-up, because these are, I love Kingfisher with my whole heart. I love every single book. I will, if she sneezes on and coughs on a napkin and she's like grossly ill, I'll still read it. I'll still read it if she wrote on that napkin. Sorry, I really like Teen Kingfisher. Anyway, I'm gonna draw what we have. How many ones? Oh, okay, this is our last pool. This is gonna be our last 3 spread. Hopefully we can get some more horror on here. I don't think I have quite enough horror, but that's fine. We'll figure it out. All right. You guys want me to pick? Okay, I will pick out of the bottom of the deck. I don't know why you're telling me the bottom, but are you trying to say something? All right, oh! Pentacles! 10 of Pentacles. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna pick from the top, the very top. The Magician! Look how cute that is. Oh, that's adorable. Okay, and then the last one, I'm gonna go... let me shuffle. I'm gonna shuffle them one more time. This is the last pull. Maybe I'm gonna shuffle until I drop one. Let's see how long it takes. This is so hard to do in gloves, because the cards are glossy and they're sticking on the gloves. I'm gonna keep going until I drop one, okay? All right, here we go. The last one. That's very cute. The King of Wands. Ooh. Okay, I have the books. I misread the prompts. Actually, it was a lot easier to choose the books than I originally thought. I think you guys are going to be really interested in these 3 books too. I think they're really unique. The bigger concepts of them, I think, is really cool. So I think you guys might like these. If I'll let you know. I'm definitely gonna vlog these if I can. And they're all fantasy adjacent. That's the cool part. The prompt for the King of Wands was read a book featuring fame, power, influences. So this one, this is basically the Truman Show, but all the people that are in the show think they're in a fantasy world for real that has like dragons and dungeons and stuff like that, but they're not. If you can see, like, there's like cameras and lights, but the people in this part of the world have no idea that this is all a set, and it deals with like the fallout of, I guess, maybe it getting exposed. So that has something to do with fame. If it's on TV, there's a certain amount of fame. A fan favorite actor finds himself doubting the studio's work. There we go. That's a celebrity. So technically. So I don't think I'm stretching it. So this is what I chose for the King of Wands, the franchise. This is one of the ones where I accidentally got the prompt wrong. This one, okay, the prompt for 10 of Pentacles, I read the wrong one earlier. It says read a book focusing on family and legacy. And so I have this one. It's about this guy who's operating a money laundering business with D&D involved with it, and it's his family's business. So there's a lot of shady stuff going on here. So obviously, if it has to do with the family business, that fits the prompt. And this guy is using D&D to help, I guess, network with people that will fund his business or buy stuff from him or something. I don't quite fully get the concept of it, but it's just like the cover should give you a lot of information. Probably, I feel like I got a lot from this. If it's like D&D Mafia, it just sounds really funny. So I'm so excited to read this. And then for the prompt for the Magician was read a book with a particular unique concept or premise, and I had the perfect book for that. So for the Magician card, I chose Canon. Now I think this is like loosely based on the Odyssey, and they're going on a quest. There's gods involved, but it takes place in the 90s. So like I'm not quite sure. There's a lot that I don't know about this, but the way it was prompted, it just sounded so interesting. I love this cover too, like the flying whale, and then there's a guy with a big sword and spear, and this person is like in modern clothes with a sword, if you can see that. And like there's the whale. It's got something on its back. It kind of looks like sand over a building or something, or a vehicle, or that's the person sitting on the whale and he's using it as a mount. I don't know. It just sounds so ridiculous, but like in the best way. So like a fever dream of a book almost. But so it's just a peculiar, interesting concept. I have no idea exactly what this is going to be, but everything that is packaged with it just makes it seem so unique and fun. 90s Odyssey fantasy quest type thing. I'm in. I'm sold. It sounds interesting. So all 3 of these books, these last 3 particular books, I think have really interesting concepts that are kind of like mashing up different things that I think is so cool. And I love the direction the kind of fantasy is going with genre mashup. Yeah, here's the stack. I had a lot of fun doing tarot cards with this. I'm going to try to make a reading vlog every week. So as I read the books, I'll record my thoughts on them and we'll go to the next book. So I'm participating in the tarot readathon, and then Gabby's Summerween whenever that starts, which is I think like the 2nd week of June. So I'll have a horror themed reading vlog as well next month. So we got whimsy, horror, and mashup fantasy is basically what we're going with. So those are kind of going to be the themes of the videos next month, and plus this one, and I want to do a Q1 wrap up. So yeah, that's what to look forward to in June. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. If you like me, subscribe. If you like gaming and VTuber content, subscribe to my gaming channel. It's down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, bye bye.